Finally tonight, preserving precious summertime memories dating back decades.
While the X Grounds may be silent this season, there is a race underway to protect photos of yesteryear. CTV's multimedia journalist Craig Wadman takes a look.
What we're doing is we're scanning the cellulose acetate negatives from our Alexander Studio collection here at the C&E Archives. It comprises 109,000 negatives, and all of them are suffering from vinegar syndrome. Vinegar syndrome happens when the emulsion of the negative starts to degrade and crack due to high humidity and pressure. And when that happens, little channels start forming across the image of the negative, and we end up losing the image entirely. One way that we can help the negatives is by scanning them and digitizing them, and then we package them and get them ready for long-term cold storage, which will slow down the vinegar syndrome. It won't stop it entirely, but it will slow down the degradation. We're starting in the late 1940s when the collection starts, 1947, and we're scanning them sequentially until we reach the date 1981, which is when the collection ends. It's very important because the C&E holds so many amazing memories from all sorts of backgrounds, generations. For many Torontonians and people that live in the GTA, the C&E is a family tradition. In a lot of our negatives, we have images from the Blue Jays when they played their first ball game in 1977. We have a lot of really amazing memories captured on these negatives that we want to preserve so that people can look through them and enjoy them and reminisce about those days. We're asking the public for their help in order to help us preserve those memories.
All right, brings back memories.
Sure does, Michelle.
So what has the experience been like for those touching down here in Toronto? CTV's multimedia journalist Craig Wadman spent the day at Pearson.
I live in Cologne, Germany. We were flying back to visit my family for the Christmas holidays. The very first check of the passport, there was no kind of system for where people should stand and how close they should stand to each other. So we had to make a PCR test before we got on our flight, and then we also had to make a test when we landed here. There's an app that you submit your information to, and then they hand you a little test kit, and then from there you go to the nurse station. They perform the actual test there.
It was pretty smooth. I do appreciate the ArriveCAN application. It did save a lot of time. I mean, uploading the vaccination proof and the negative test up in advance to that application allowed the border officers to read the passport and let me through without any other complications.
We've had lots of drama flights before, but this was not so bad. But then once we were on the plane, things were not exactly clear. We were informed from the flight attendants that we needed to register about testing, and that was not clear about the arrival testing, and we had to create a whole new profile, and that was a little bit hectic, but actually it was not so bad once we got here. It was just a lot of uncertainty, and that was taxing. We've taken every precaution possible. We've isolated 2 weeks in advance. We all wore N95 masks.
We're here.
I'm gonna hug you too. This trip, it means a lot to us because Grandpa's not gonna maybe make it for next Christmas, so that's why we're here. For any other reason, I think we would have stayed away, but making memories is really important. Merry Christmas! Oh, there we go.
All right, very touching. This is the holiday season.
Its largest ever badminton team to the games. Multimedia journalist Craig Wadman caught up with some players today before they head off to Japan.
Just such an exciting opportunity for me to be able to compete in Tokyo at such a prestigious stage like the Olympics.
It hits you differently when they've an official invitation saying that you've got your ticket to Tokyo. I think it's just, even though I've known for a while, it's I'm going to be officially a third-time Olympian. I think that still hits you.
On behalf of our entire community, we are going to be glued to our television sets, our smartphones, to watch the Tokyo Olympics. But we wish you well as you pursue your dreams and go for gold.
There's no reason to think that you can't go and have the competition of your lives. Tokyo is going to be really different. It's going to be tough, but you guys are tough. But that's what being an athlete's all about. It's to rising to that occasion and rising to those challenges and conquering them.
In the badminton community, Asia is known to be really strong, like Japan, China. So I guess those are the ones to watch out for.
Canada, we've been on lockdown since, I don't know, like 15 months ago. So it's almost like I'm used to being in that state of emergency. And so I think we've all adapted to those safety protocols that we need to follow.
I'm trusting that Olympic, like the organization, they'll have COVID protocols in case, and it'll be regulated very closely. So I think it'll be pretty secure.
Like, you can't just be strong or you can't just be fast. It's a combination of everything. And I think to be able to get to the Olympics, have such a big team at the Olympics, like, we've worked hard for it. So they should definitely expect a fight from us. And yeah, we've come a long way.
And the team's trip to Tokyo comes during a meaningful anniversary for Badminton Canada. The organization is celebrating its 100th year.
This revival of antique rugs. LT specifically has, in my opinion, the best assortment of them. They've hired the best pickers in the world. The term antique applies to something that would be 80 years or older. I think what makes them trendy again right now isn't just using an antique rug in a very traditional home. It's using an antique rug in a very modern home. Here, I think some of the patterns feel really fresh and they're very, very unique. Layering rugs is a big one for this year. And I love how much we're really seeing it right now. It's also a great way if you want to invest in a smaller piece, a more affordable piece, and then layer it on top of something that's neutral, that's maybe a little bit less expensive.
This is my favorite trend.
It's a pretty good one. I think oversized lighting, people are scared to go big, and I don't know why. And I'm hoping in 2018 they kind of lose that fear. And like, go big or go home.
Go big or go home.
Go big or go home.
More is more.
More is more, especially with lighting. It's off your floor, your children cannot ruin it. It is like the best way to add drama to a space.
So this isn't real marble?
This is not real marble. And we've been using faux marble, pretty much porcelain or quartz, in kitchens and bathrooms for the last couple of years. It's really on the rise, and I'm so excited that it's starting to be made into furniture pieces. And this gives you the exact same look, but you cannot ruin it.
People love to know what the big color trend is for 2018.
Hottest color trend for 2018 is jewel tones. I love the navies, I love these maroons, this sort of like huntery, tealy green. They're amazing, and they can go with pretty much any decor that you already have in your house.
And who would have thought mixing them all up would look this good?
Me.
Okay.
Last week there was a commercial on the television for Remembrance Day, and I was watching it, and partway through I saw a portion of women in the Army marching, and I noticed that it looked a lot like my grandmother.
Well, my first thought was, I guess that's Mom. Pictures of my mother from so long ago were brought back and coincidentally come to our attention.
Mothers and sisters, heroes.
They were asking for women to join, you know, this would be January of 43. So I decided to join the Army. And I joined in Moncton. The day after I was sworn into the Army, I got a cable from Walter, from Gibraltar, that he was alive, that he had made it. He was missing 4.5 months. By the time that I was in Kitchener, Walter had come back to Canada. The family didn't know it. His parents didn't know he was on his way. He sent me a cable that he was safe. So then we planned to get married. We were married in July, and this happened September. July 3rd, 1943.